Well, there's really no real change in the last couple of days with regards to the medium range period. We've got the continuation of a positive NAO, but kind of leaning towards negative AO, which means to say that we are going to continue to see a transient pattern, spells of cold as well as spells of milder. Thanks for clicking on to the Wednesday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. We continue to see a pretty blocked up pattern at the moment. High pressure firmly established over Europe, essentially deflecting or holding back Atlantic weather from trying to push into the British Isles. As fronts do make it into the UK, they lose a lot of steam, so we've got a lot of cloud and mist and murkiness around, but also some fairly cool air as well, because a lot of that thick cloud is trapping the cool air down at the surface, so it's feeling fairly raw out there, despite the fact that we've not got essentially a very cold air mass in place or anything. When the sun does eventually break up, though, we are seeing a little bit milder conditions, temperatures into the kind of 7 to 10 Celsius range. So as we go through the remainder of this week, we're going to see pretty much the same thing. We are going to see under clear skies tonight a touch of frost, temperatures just slightly below freezing, nothing particularly out of the ordinary. And then as we go into the day tomorrow, which is Thursday, you can still see high pressure essentially holding ground here. This looks like a fairly substantial system coming in. You've got a 975 millibar centre there, but what we've got is the continuation of this dominant high pressure system that's centred over western Russia at the moment. As this front comes in from the Atlantic, you can see here it really does have a hard time penetrating the western flank of that ridge. So therefore we're going to continue to see this kind of theme as we go through the remainder of this week and into the weekend. But, however, the GFS is indicating that we are going to see that area of high pressure weaken on this western flank, giving way to a frontal system that will push in during the day on Sunday. And as it does so, it may have some significant snow over the highest ground here. Residual cold air trapped down at the surface will remain, and it looks as if we have enough cold air that precipitation pushes in the form of rainfall. Then that frontal system pushes through, and what's quite interesting is there's some pretty cold air in the back side of this system behind the front, and therefore we could actually see some snow even down to low levels with this as we go from late weekend and into early next week here. So a fairly benign pattern, if you will, at the moment. And like I say, with the NAO holding positive, the AO holding negative, we do have that transient potential for some kind of hit miss, kind of brief spells of cold, if you will. So nothing really in the near term with regards to anything substantial in terms of cold, but at least we do still have some cold air in the mid-latitude pattern that we can enjoy some form of winter weather at least. So hope you have a good Wednesday, and I'll be back in the next couple of days with more. Bye for now.